say? If at first you get sued and have to pay out $25 million, not only is he dishonest, he's not too bright.
Growing in rain.
Phone call from my man Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy said if Floyd accepts the challenge, that he'll put it on the actual show.
There's no way this man is broke. There's no way.
Yeah.
If he is, I don't know where the money went to.
Is that?
Floyd Mayweather loses his cool after Jimmy Kimmel publicly questions his money-making tactics and exhibition fights live on air. Kimmel mocked Mayweather's obsession with cash grabs, leaving the boxing legend visibly furious, and fans shocked by the live exchange.
Was for this, or was this just...
I guess it's something that they just made up.
Something made up. Do you think they're going to paint over that when it goes as everyone seems to think it's going to go?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. You should buy that gym from him and knock it down with a wrecking ball.
We can do that.
That would be something you could do.
We can do that.
You could potentially make... How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
It's cool. It's cool.
yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel's blunt questions only intensified the situation. Behind the flashy exterior, serious issues were beginning to surface. Financial experts have long cautioned that overspending, bad investments, and the absence of steady income sources could threaten even the biggest fortunes. For Mayweather, those warnings now seem to be coming true.
This is from Instagram. You're on what looks like a private plane, just with a whole...
No, my private.
Your private plane, sorry. With a whole lot of money, and it looks like a couple of bowls of ketchup, maybe, also.
No.
How are you eating this money?
Those are cup holders.
Oh, those are cup holders, okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't have a private plane.
But you didn't flew on.
What do you do with all this money? I mean, like, do you actually use it? I mean, are you using the cash?
You know, cash is king.
Do you have an ATM card?
I'm the human ATM.
While walking the streets of New York City, Mayweather pointed at buildings, claiming ownership and projecting an image of ongoing wealth and dominance in real estate. However, this narrative was quickly debunked. Investigative sources revealed that many of the buildings he boasted about were neither in his name nor linked to any of his registered business entities. This contradiction has only intensified speculation about his financial stability and efforts to maintain a polished public image.
What the hell is going on with Floyd Mayweather?
Man, do we got money or not? I don't know what's going on.
I'm lost.
Man, I seen, I think Stephen A was talking about he was bankrupt.
See, I know he came out with this commercial talking about he just invested in this deal that's worth like $402 million, that's dealing with 60 apartment buildings.
Yeah, I heard the nigga bought half of New York.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so he walking down the street of New York. Yeah, I own that one. I own that one.
Seen that too.
So some people reached out to the agencies that he's connected with about this deal, and they said no comment.
Let me tell you something. I got a question. Niggas is nosy for no reason.
Nosy as hell.
What? What I'm reaching out to these people about they deal for?
We want to talk to you about the Floyd Mayweather deal. No comment. They say his name ain't on no paperwork, nothing.
I seen him somewhere on something. He look like a bum.
Floyd?
He was looking like a bum, had like he ain't shaved in months.
Oh yeah, I seen that too.
There's no way this
I
man is
seen
broke.
that too.
There's no way.
Yeah.
If he is, I don't know where the money went to.
Exactly.
Beyond financial concerns, Mayweather has been burdened by ongoing legal disputes. One especially troubling chapter involves lawsuits filed by former girlfriends accusing him of emotional mistreatment. These cases have added further controversy to a reputation already stained by past allegations. The lawsuit details were extensive, pointing to a disturbing pattern rather than isolated incidents. These legal troubles continue to cast a shadow over his legacy, making it challenging for Mayweather to fully distance himself from a history marked by controversy.
Floyd Mayweather, real quick, okay? So somebody sent me a lawsuit. I gotta go through the details. But apparently, a few of his girls, strippers at Girl Collection are suing him for loss of wages, okay? Now, I wasn't gonna pay attention to this because I was just like, how are y'all strippers and you suing him for loss of wages? I'm trying to figure that out. Like, you get your money from the paper. What does he have to do with your money? And so somebody put a little bird in my ear. They said this was the beginning of the lawsuit. Okay, they're going to be adding more allegations of harassment and all this stuff. And I'm just like, no, hold up, he worked in a club. And so apparently there's more to come. All right, but here's my thing. I was like, the last person that filed a lawsuit against him, alleging anything, where's she? Anybody see it?
A recent video surfaced showing Mayweather spending extravagant amounts on renting luxury mansions, often properties he doesn't actually use. His lifestyle choices, like renting instead of buying or living in these homes, seem driven more by image than practicality. Critics argue that these lavish expenses point to a desperate effort to maintain the appearance of wealth rather than making smart financial decisions. For someone who claims to be a financial mastermind, this pattern suggests recklessness rather than strategy.
Floyd Mayweather just signed a deal to lease an apartment in Midtown Manhattan. He's going to be paying $100,000 per month for this place. Here's the apartment, you guys. It's got 5 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, 4,000 square feet, and the place is pretty epic, I'm not gonna lie. The description says that this is a double unit and it is a corner unit, so you got a ton of natural light in here. Do you think this place is worth $100,000 per month? Why would Floyd spend $100,000 a month on this apartment? If I had to guess, it would be a combination of owning something is just kind of a liability. Plus, I'm pretty sure whenever you rent a place versus buy a place for business purposes, you're able to write off more of that lease payment, so if I had to guess, that $100,000 per month is going to be a pretty big write-off for him based on how he plans to use this place.
In what many viewed as damage control, Mayweather released a video highlighting his real estate holdings across the United States. He spoke of a strategic shift from luxury residences to income-generating commercial properties. The video was intended to reassure the public that his sales of high-end homes were part of a broader investment transition.
Floyd Money Mayweather is at it again. This time, not in the ring, but in the real estate market. The undefeated boxing champ just sold his Miami Beach mansion for a jaw-dropping $22 million. Let's break down the numbers and see why Floyd's still living up to his nickname. Mayweather originally bought this stunning waterfront property in 2021 for $18 million. Fast forward 3 years and he's walking away with a cool $4 million profit. Not bad, right? And here's a fun twist. The buyer is taking on a $13 million mortgage, which comes with monthly payments of nearly $99,000. Now, let's talk about the mansion itself. It's a 3-story masterpiece, spanning over 9,000 square feet with 9 bedrooms and 3.5 bathrooms. But the amenities? Next level, a 5,000 square foot rooftop with panoramic views.
In 2017, Mayweather attempted to silence his critics by pulling out a $100 million uncashed check during a press conference. The money came from his fight against Manny Pacquiao, and he waved it around as proof that his wealth was still intact. While the gesture was dramatic and attention-grabbing, many were left wondering why such a large check had never been cashed.
He's like the Floyd Mayweather of the MMA, the UFC.
I didn't know Conor McGregor was undefeated. But I didn't know that he had a reign in MMA for 20 years and undefeated, and was world champion in 5 different weight classes. That's something I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I guess you guys telling me something new. If you say he's the Floyd Mayweather of the MMA.
Well, do you
I mean, if you say he's the Floyd Mayweather of the MMA, I'm trying to find out. Have you ever made $300 million in one night? Have you ever made $100 million in one night? Have you ever made $70 million in one night? So, as far as trying to say that he's the Floyd Mayweather of MMA, I mean, it's okay to just to say it, but it's not true. I'm a legend, a living legend. You know, I gave just sport of boxing. I gave years and years of hard work. It was blood, sweat, and tears. Had a tremendous team. Had a tremendous run. I think that it's time for Conor McGregor need to go out there and do what he do. But never compare Conor McGregor to me. That's a total disrespect.
Well,
I mean, once again, I'm an elephant. Elephant don't beef with ants. You know, elephant is so large he don't even see ants.
Mayweather has long defended his lavish lifestyle as a reward for years of hard work. He frequently reminds audiences that he rose from poverty to reach the top, believing that flaunting his wealth is not arrogance, but motivation. However, boxing legend Mike Tyson once remarked that Floyd is a little too into himself, suggesting that his constant self-praise borders on delusion. Tyson's critique reflects a broader sentiment among fans and fellow athletes who feel that Mayweather's obsession with showcasing his riches, especially during times of global economic hardship, reflects poorly on him rather than serving as inspiration. It often comes across as tone-deaf and narcissistic.